This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, a man living near Middlemarch is forced to watch his house burn to the ground. An 8-year-old boy dies in suspicious circumstances overnight, stunning a Southland community. And a Dunedin couple are on the lookout for their beloved pets missing for the last 2 weeks. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. A man living on a remote rural road near Middlemarch was forced to watch his house burn to the ground 2 days ago. Malcolm Taylor fled the blaze with little other than the clothes he was wearing, but has since found a treasured vase in the ashes of his former house.
Just half a year after losing his wife to cancer, Malcolm Taylor suffered another blow when his Mount Stoker home near Middlemarch burnt to the ground on Tuesday.
I'd been working in the shed on a rifle magazine in the vise with a blowtorch. I'd turned off the blowtorch, left the magazine in the vise, no idea that there were any sparks or anything. Went back in the house, come back out 5 minutes later. There was a fire on the floor of the shed. I put that out with the fire extinguisher, looked up and there was the fire in the ceiling. Didn't have any water pressure to get up to the ceiling, so rang the fire brigade.
He says it took about 15 minutes for the fire to spread from the shed to the adjoining house.
Of course, being the distance we are from town, no way the fire brigade could get here in that time.
After the fire crews spent about 2 hours dousing the flames, he was left with little else than the clothes he was wearing.
Got 3 drawers out of the house, ripped the wires off the back of my computer tower and threw that out the door. A couple of wedding photos, because I lost my wife 6 months ago. That was about it.
Miraculously, while searching through the ashes, he discovered a vase which was a first wedding anniversary present from 31 years ago.
It survived the fire.
Taylor says the community has rallied behind him and he's staying with a neighbour until a more permanent solution is found. In Middlemarch, the South Today.
A pouwhere was the perfect way to start the new term of Invercargill City Council. Re-elected Mayor Sir Tim Shadbolt and the 12 councillors had their inaugural meeting yesterday at the Murihiku Marae. Family, friends and members of the public attended the meeting for the official swearing in of the Mayor and councillors. Sir Tim said it was an opportunity to show the community that councillors are ready to start anew.
Well, this meeting is symbolic of the unity that we want to achieve. There's a lot of different factions, different beliefs, different politics, but we've got to work together as a team if we're going to solve the challenges ahead of us.
Deputy Mayor Tony Biddle, who is Māori, said she's suggested to her fellow councillors the meeting be held at the marae as it showed iwi that the council valued their relationship. A small Southland town is in shock after the death of an 8-year-old boy in suspicious circumstances overnight. Police are looking into the death of the child, understood to have died in Otautau, a small farming town about 45 minutes west of Invercargill.
The small tight-knit community of Otautau in Southland is reeling from the shock of a homicide investigation in their town after an 8-year-old boy died in suspicious circumstances yesterday evening.
Police have this morning arrested and charged a person with murder in relation to the death of an 8-year-old in the Otautau, Southland overnight. They will appear later today in Invercargill Youth Court. Police were called to the incident around 10:30 last night. As a result of that, a forensic examination has now been completed at 2 addresses in Otautau. This is a truly tragic incident, and our thoughts are with the family through this extremely difficult time. Police, along with victim support, will continue to support the family and the tight-knit community of Otautau through this tragic incident.
A family friend told the Otago Daily Times the family of the deceased were not new to the area, but they had just moved to a new house in Otautau a week ago. Inspector Bowman suggested the investigation will be a challenge for the local police staff.
At this stage, we're happy with the resourcing we've got, but we will assess that on a day-to-day basis to obviously give our staff some support as well, because we, like the community, are impacted by this type of incident. So we have to make sure that we are supporting our own staff through this traumatic incident.
Police are appealing for anyone with any information to contact authorities immediately. In Otautau, the South Today.
It's taken the University of Otago 3 months to investigate allegations of medical students faking their work placement records. Interns are supposed to spend 12 weeks on placements, which can be completed overseas. But it's alleged some final year medical students chose specific places in Belize, Bosnia and Italy where they could get their placements signed off after a week or less and then go on holiday. Each intern receives a $26,000 grant to cover their training for the year. An outcome of the university's investigation is expected by the end of November. It's been 2 weeks since Dunedin couple Alan Funnell and Louisa Andrew lost their dogs, but they're still on the lookout for their beloved pets. The dogs disappeared after they were let out of the car when they arrived at the couple's property on the Otago Peninsula on October the 17th.
Looking out across their farm on Otago Peninsula, where their 2 dogs, Dice and Weed, went missing 2 weeks ago. Louisa Andrews says she had let her dogs outside for just a minute when she came home on the 17th of October.
So I just went into the shed to get some chook food because the chooks had come running out, they were hungry. Came out and they had already gone.
The couple have devoted the last 2 weeks searching for their beloved pets and have put their lives on hold.
It's just quite crippling. We haven't really been eating. We've just been searching and going inside and sleeping and getting up and searching and door knocking. And
They spent 4 days scouring near their 40-acre property, believing the dogs could be trapped in a hole or in the bush.
We've done pretty much everything you can. We've talked to all the neighbours, farmers. We put leaflets in letterboxes, called up long driveways off in the farmlands, and
all the way from Mac Bay right to the heads.
so we just not a single sighting, which is very unusual.
Now they're wondering if the dogs have been picked up by people visiting the area.
Just look out for any people that might have suddenly acquired dogs or out and about tourists. They could be anywhere in New Zealand if they were picked up by a tourist who thought they were abandoned and were doing a nice thing. But they really could be absolutely anywhere now, and if they're out there.
A Facebook post they uploaded has been shared over 2,000 times, and they've received many messages of support. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, we check out what's happening at the Dunedin Community Gallery this week, and a local MP helps a disabled man fight through bureaucratic red tape. So see you after the break.
Lana Castle is proud to showcase their new retail space. Simply purchase an annual garden pass for year-round access to the garden, cafe and gift shop, or apply for a host card giving you full access to the castle, ballroom, cafe, gift shop and garden when accompanied by a full paying guest. Check out the website for full terms and conditions.
Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
If you're suffering from sciatica, lower back pain, hips and pelvis and knees, this technique will work wonders for you. The energy flow is transmitting through the muscles. Come and see Sunny Chin.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Welcome back. A club specialising in collecting stamps and postcards are holding their annual fair at the Dunedin Community Gallery this week. The event is a chance for stamp and postcard enthusiasts to complete their collections.
Keen stamp collectors, or philatelists, buying and selling a variety of local and international stamps and postcards. Val Sparrow says it's a chance for people to look through stamps of all shapes and sizes, with some collectors coming from as far afield as Waimate.
People get the chance to come and sit and sort through and get stamps. Even our own members come and sit for ages sorting out that stamp that they need to finish a set or whatever.
Sparrow says she has thousands of stamps and is displaying some of her favourites at the exhibition.
Well, I like buildings and castles and old houses and what have you. So that's my passion, though I collect, all countries.
She's hoping that stamp collecting will regain popularity with the younger generation, similar to the return of vinyl records.
Yeah, they're going back to that, yeah. So you think maybe they'll go back to stamps too, possibly.
The Dunedin Philatelic Society was established over 100 years ago and is still going strong, with plenty of people showing an interest.
We probably have a lot more people that collect but don't actually belong to a society too, because I meet people and they've never come to a meeting and they're not a member of the society, so there's probably a lot more out there that do it than you think.
The stamp fair runs until this Saturday, giving the public a couple more days to improve their collection. In Dunedin, the South Today.
After 2 long years of waiting, a disabled Dunedin man's bathroom is finally fit for use. Joshua Perry was helped by local MP Michael Woodhouse to speed up the bureaucratic process of remodelling his bathroom after the project got caught up in red tape.
Disabled Dunedin man Josh Perry trying out his new custom-designed bathroom. Josh's father, Ian Perry, says he bought the house 3 years ago for his son, who has cerebral palsy and uses a power wheelchair. He says he hadn't realised how long bureaucracy would take to make the bathroom suitable for a disabled person.
And we thought the process would be 6 or 8 months. And it just seemed to drag on and on. The communication was really lacking. It was just a long process. We thought it was never going to come together.
The dream of a better bathroom was fading until Dunedin List MP and National Health spokesman Michael Woodhouse stepped in, making sure the hold-ups with the design and contractors were quickly resolved.
It shouldn't have needed the intervention of an MP, but it did seem as though things moved a bit faster as a consequence of my interest in that. It still shouldn't be taking 2.5 to 3 years for somebody in Josh's situation to have what are pretty straightforward modifications that have to happen. There's no way he could have continued with the shower and bathroom arrangements that he had. They were not only difficult, they were dangerous both for him and for his caregiver.
Josh Perry presented a submission to Parliament's Health Select Committee last week, calling for disabled people's homes to be made more accessible.
But I do think we have a long way to go in terms of making sure we get the system right for future generations of disabled people.
His father agrees, saying he's hardly noticed any improvements over the past 3 decades.
You seem to go through about 20 different steps in the approval process. So it's been a long journey for us, and Josh is 28 years old, and it seems like nothing's changed in the 28 years with equipment funding.
In Dunedin, the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, we check out how some folk choose to celebrate the Labour Day holiday, and we have tomorrow's weather for you, so stay with us.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
You've seen us in the street, now find us online. Check out shopon.org.nz. We have all sorts of treasures, from retro and vintage clothing to antiques, homewares and accessories. New items added every week. We're open 24/7.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274.
Miller's Flat Bakery, proudly opening this Labour weekend after a long labour of love. The Restoration Trust has brought back to life this historic part of the main Central Otago transport route. Come see the only wood-fired bakery oven in New Zealand. Turn off at the Miller's Flat Blue Bridge and bring the whole family to enjoy some tasty fresh baked goods the old-fashioned way, before electricity. That's the Miller's Flat Bakery opening Labour weekend.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
when we arrived at the harbour there, German planes were starving these fishing boats that were trying to flee. Often wonder what would have happened if we had managed to escape.
Memories of Nazi-occupied Holland, Sunday at 1 p.m.
Thanks for staying with us. For many, Labour Day was just a long weekend and an opportunity to take a 3-day break from the drudgery of work. However, one group chose to celebrate the day for what it actually stands for.
A dozen or so fans of what Labour Day stands for, celebrating the day with a potluck picnic at Dunedin's Woodhoe Gardens.
Labour Day to me is all about coming together as workers and remembering why we have Labour Day weekend.
For at least one union organiser, the gathering gave a chance to network with others concerned for the rights of the country's labour force.
The significance to me of this event is to get a whole bunch of workers from across different sectors, different industries, different unions together and talking with each other and knowing each other, and I guess I call it whakapanaungatanga, to get some feeling of whānau going and to celebrate our right to decent work and to workplaces where we have a strong voice and a strong say and some real power as workers.
Despite the occasional thunderstorm, the group enjoyed a day out away from the workplace. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. A man living near Middlemarch was forced to watch his house burn to the ground. A Southland town is in shock after the death of an 8-year-old boy in suspicious circumstances overnight. And a Dunedin couple are on the lookout for their beloved pets. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Barry Stewart.
Hello,
what have you
Mel.
got for us in the ODT tomorrow?
More an update on that tragic incident in the Otau. So some more details of that in the paper tomorrow. Dunedin's waterfront development plan risks being undermined by insane cuts to the University of Otago's Marine Science Department. A key figure behind the waterfront project says. So we have a story on that.
That's an interesting take on that.
Well, it is, isn't it? It's I guess they wanted a lot more and only got a percentage of that, so it's a question of where to from here. So that's what the debate is at the moment. Secondary school principals throughout Otago and Southland have sent a letter to Education Minister Chris Hipkins saying it is impossible to support the government's new school donation scheme as it stands. So they're protesting that. Queenstown Councillor has been the final position on the Queenstown Council. Queenstown Lakes District Council has been decided by a coin toss that happened this afternoon, and the loser is now the winner. So more details.
That's amazing, deciding a councillor by a coin toss.
Well, exactly. That's luck of the draw, isn't it? And some good news, get your summer gear ready. Temperatures are predicted to reach the 30s for the first weekend of November. So summer, here we come.
Finally is all I can say. Finally, something to look forward to in the weekend, some good weather. We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you can catch all of that in tomorrow's ODT. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Today's southern view is taken on a cloudy afternoon in the Octagon. Looking at the situation, we have another day of cold southwesterly airflow tomorrow, but it will be the last for a while, with the weekend set to get much, much warmer. To the southern outlook, Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden can expect fine weather with moderate southwesterlies and a high of 14 degrees. Travelling westwards to the Central Lakes area, Alexandra, Queenstown and Wanaka are in for fine weather with light southwesterlies and a high of 16 degrees. Tiana, you can expect fine weather too with moderate southwesterlies and a high of 14. Looking at what's in store for the northern towns, Oamaru, Timaru, Omarama and Twizel can all look forward to fine weather with light southwesterlies and highs of 14 degrees along the coast and slightly warmer inland at 16 degrees. In Dunedin, it will be cloudy tonight with breezy southwesterlies, and we're looking at an overnight low of 7 degrees. It should be mostly cloudy and cool tomorrow with fresh gusty southwesterlies, a high of 13 and a low of 7. And things change on Saturday, where it's going to be warmer with sunny skies and light northerlies, looking at a high of 23 and a low of 13. And in Invercargill, it will be cloudy tonight with fresh southwesterlies and an overnight low of 8. It should become fine tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies at first, but sunny periods will start increasing in the afternoon and followed with breezy cool southwesterlies easing, a high of 13 and a low of 9. Saturday the weather is looking fine with sunny periods, a bit of high cloud and moderate northwesterlies, a summery high of 24 and a low of 13. That's all from the South Today team this Thursday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. Have a great evening. See you again tomorrow. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.